episode of the Debate Room series with the Front Three podcast. Of course, you've got myself, Big Will, Coach Dan, and he can introduce himself.
The prodigy, also known as the GOAT. AJ.
Indeed. The GOAT.
Come on, man. The cow.
He's goated already, mate.
The cow.
The cow.
The cow. Hey, guys, before you go anywhere, don't forget to comment down below your thoughts if you agree or disagree with us. Like the video, of course. Share it around. And, of course, subscribe to the Front Three.
Love it. Gents, how are we feeling? Good?
Yeah, this debate is a techie. It's a techie one. It's a techie one.
Can't wait to see you get your teeth into it then.
The cow.
Because he's a goat. Yeah.
The cow.
The jokes are just flowing.
Are they?
Flowing.
Guy's not right. Honestly, he's actually not right. He's looking at my neck. He's ready to just jump on.
All right. So in this episode, we're going to look at La Liga's greatest 11 of all time and try and see if we can slot in any Premier League greats into that greatest 11. So goalkeeper, they've gone for Casillas, excellent goalkeeper. Right back, Dani Alves, pardon me. Centre back, they've got Sergio Ramos and Carlos Puyol. And at left back, they've got Roberto Carlos. In midfield, they're going for a midfield three. They've got Xavi, Zidane, and Messi. And then up front, they've got Ronaldinho, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Johan Cruyff. On the bench, we've got to name the people on the bench. Iniesta, Ronaldo, R9, Maradona, Busquets, Figo, Eto'o, Modric, Riquelme, and Laudrup. Gentlemen, from that greatest 11, before we slot in any Premier League greats, are we okay with that greatest La Liga 11?
The cow?
Coach is in deep thought at the moment. Deep thought.
No, but there's ample reason why we should be in deep thought about this. I'm scanning through that team, and the team is elite. It's incredible. But for example, just Johan Cruyff, for example, right? I didn't watch much of him. Do you know what I mean? So if I was to make that 11, personally speaking, I wouldn't include him because I didn't see much of him. I've watched videos, of course, and stuff, and I know about the impact he had on football as a whole, his invention, the creativity, magician. But personally, for me, I wouldn't be able to include him because I didn't see much of him. The rest, no problem. Do you know what I'm saying? So just there, for me, that's a sticking point for me.
Coach?
But I don't know what coach is. Obviously, I don't know if you
Well,
guys...
I suppose that's a good point. You know, if you didn't get to see much of someone and you were creating your own team, your mind can only go back as far as those that you have watched and that you're impressed with enough. I suppose that list, though, is that it's a consensus that this is the best team that played in La Liga. So you also have to sort of like...
give credit.
Whereas due and everything like that. And he's won 2 Ballon d'Ors. I know Ballon d'Or, looking at how they've been dishing out to for stupidness now, doesn't mean much, but he's a good player.
Yeah.
Across the board, what's mentioned about him anyway, he's a good player. The biggest crime on that list?
Iniesta. I knew it.
And listen, look, I'm just going to lay it like this.
Unless it's a dress, I'm not speaking.
unless it's not just I'm not speaking, the cow. I look at it, and off air, I said, Iniesta's really chopping bench. I said that, and these two didn't react. And I was like, okay, cool. Because I look at this team, and Iniesta chopping bench?
Now, the question I have is that, is this 11 based upon what they did in La Liga, or are we also adding what they've done in other leagues? Because that
no. I think it's just La Liga.
Okay.
I think it's just La Liga.
I think
We
it's
can't.
best,
We even need to look aside from what they achieved internationally and stuff like that. We're talking La Liga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good
it's
point.
important to
when you
remember
narrow
that.
it like that.
Yeah.
And then the idea is which EPL players can fit into that team.
Yeah, which EPL great. Yeah.
I've got two.
We'll replace some of those.
Yeah.
I've got 2 or 3.
Yeah, go on. Stars off.
So we're okay, apart from Johan Cruyff, let's swap him with Iniesta then. And then that would...
Yeah, I mean, let's establish though, Johan Cruyff will get into it.
Of course.
But we're trying to...
For the sake of those who haven't watched Johan Cruyff then.
Because some will be like, Johan Cruyff? You don't know about him?
Especially our younger fans. Shout out to them.
We know about him. We're just saying, I didn't watch a lot of him.
Yeah.
So
Oh, so we want to take him out, yeah?
Yeah,
just
and
for
then
the sake
replace
of
him
this.
with Iniesta for this argument.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, is it over El Fenomeno? Oh, no.
But if you're saying, what they done
In La Liga.
to be fair, his Barcelona tenure was very good.
Was that 1 year?
His Real tenure was nuts.
True.
Nah, it wasn't great.
What?
Ronaldo at Real Madrid wasn't the best Ronaldo.
He was still really good though, bro.
Yeah, no, Ronaldo was very good.
Mm.
Ronaldo was very good.
By the way, what about Guti?
One of the most underrated players.
Bro, Guti, yeah.
One of the most underrated
in my
playmakers.
all-time, he's in there somewhere. In my all-time, like top 15, he's in there.
Top 15 in
all-time
Liga.
players.
All-time players.
All-time players.
Guti. Bro, Guti was a vicious.
No, he was
Also,
levels.
by the way, oh my days, the names are just coming like a flood. Guti, Raul, David Villa.
How Raul is
Mesut
on the
Ozil.
bench does not make sense.
Bro, these
How
are...
how Raul is not
Raul.
at least on the bench for this.
And-
It
Bro,
does not
Raul and
make any
Guti up
sense.
front. Oh my day.
And the thing
Does not make
is,
any
this
sense.
seems to be like, it's
I don't know if
easier
it's a
when you're picking,
sentimental
and it's
thing
like,
that they
it's basically
picked.
Real Madrid and Barcelona, really,
Yeah.
more or less. And you know what's funny, actually, because I think it's sensible that we take out Johan Cruyff here, because then people can just go back in the day and be like, Stefano should be in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Alfredo Stefano.
And of course, those who watched him
and
would
Sanchez,
say that anyway.
Hugo Sanchez
So,
and them long.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I suppose it makes sense. It's sensible that we take him out. You know, one player, if you're talking about, godfathers of La Liga,
Vieira.
him,
Yeah.
Joaquin, who's still playing.
Yeah.
How he still plays a madness.
Listen, they're
I
leaving
used to
us
love
out.
him in Pez, boy.
Bro,
Bro, when they were swears and that, they're only running.
the animation was blurry.
That should give you
Nah,
guys a
man.
hint as to how old William is, isn't it?
Yeah, boy.
No, but seriously, I think there's some players on like Raul has to, even if he's not something, has to be on the
fact
bench.
No,
he's
but guys, look.
David
Let's not.
Villa
I
was
think
crazy
let's
in
not
La
get
Liga.
distracted
Okay.
by that, because
Yeah.
of course these players you're mentioning are good.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so now who you
Who
taking
do
out
you
to
take
put them in?
That's
Yeah,
the
that's a
question.
tight one because that
That's the
front
question.
three is nuts. Ronaldo. We've just put Iniesta in because Iniesta could play.
Ronaldinho.
And
CR7.
Ronaldinho. None of them can even touch the hem. Of them three.
Carmen.
I can't lie.
Listen, for us lot growing up here,
Was he better at Juve than he was at Madrid?
you know, I thought about that as well. I thought about that. Here's my thing, Here's my thing. If we put any other person during the Galactico, then you have to put Zidane in there. Because really, of all the Galacticos, Zidane was the star.
That's true.
Yeah, head and shoulders.
Of all the Galacticos, anyone that really reached the heights.
What about Div Beckham?
Figo.
But they didn't put David Beckham in there, so that's an argument that I don't even need to get to.
Figo was very...
No, Figo was good because he won his Ballon d'Or at Barcelona or whatnot, So
Yeah.
he's good in La Liga. I'm talking about the Galacticos, though.
But
You
he
see what I'm
was
saying?
part of the Galacticos.
No, he was, but I'm saying, of all the Galacticos, Zidane was the one that reached his heights.
Fair enough, yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
I mean, out of that front three, I can't take no one out. We can't take out Lionel Messi. He is La Liga. Has been La Liga. I'm saying.
And I think the point, sorry, I got derailed there. The point I was trying to make here, you know us here, growing up, if you think about it, what drew us to La Liga, one name, Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho drew me to football.
Ronaldinho drew us to La Liga.
Ronaldinho, bro.
Well, I think it was that plus a combination of that. Barcelona was so good, Real Madrid, obviously the Galacticos. I think that.
Bro, but even when I watched
I think people started watching La Liga in those
even when we watched the derby, Real versus Barca, there was only one man people wanted to watch. That was Ronaldinho. Because he just light up. Bro, that guy, I don't even... I run out of superlative to describe Ronaldinho. The things he do on the pitch, it's so dumb, but it's so, bro,
He encapsulates like a kid playing on the football.
Literally.
Playing football, man.
To a T.
Like...
He made me fall in love with football on a different level. Bro, controlling the ball with his bum. Bro, just...
Yeah, he done madness with a football, man.
So, the truth of the matter is if there's anyone I'm going to integrate from the Premier League greats, it's going to be in a defensive position. I've got to be honest.
Okay, go on. Let's do that. Yeah, let's
so
do
right
that.
back Dani
Let's
Alves, centre back Sergio Ramos and Puyol, and then left back Roberto Carlos.
I'm going to mention one name.
Yeah.
Ashley Cole. I think with Roberto Carlos, there's a very big debate there.
No, but you make that very easily, though.
Not very easily, because I've sat down and thought about this. Listen, I'm just gonna start like, yo, I've sat down and I thought about it, yeah. And I was thinking about Roberto Carlos, and I was like, that guy was unreal, especially at Real Madrid. Like, that left side was his. Do you know what I mean? To the point where whoever was playing out there would go infield, because it's him, just rampaging up and down. Defensively, he was solid as well, you know. And on ball, dead balls, we all know, bro, man would hit the ball, it'd come off like a banana, the shape of the ball, just bam, bam, like, do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, is there anyone, like, because I looked at the defensive position, I was like, because attacking wise, there's no one in the Prem Great who will get even over Ronaldinho. There's no one who will get in over Iniesta, personally speaking. And Ronaldo, bro, him and Messi, goats. Do you know what I'm saying? If there was anyone I'd maybe bring a name up in conversation, would probably be Henry. Yeah. You know, be like, I'd have to find a way for him in there. If not, he'd have to be on my bench. I look at that midfield, no one's coming in over Messi. GOAT. Alongside Ronaldo, you can debate that in your private times. And then you look at Xavi. And then Zidane. Do you know what I'm saying? So then I looked at that and that category it's airtight, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Then I looked at the back four. I was just like this. And I was like, all right, cool. Right back, Dani Alves, untouchable. Because if we're talking about right back greats in the Prem, bro, people will say Gary Neville. That was it.
I think Salgado was great as a right back for Real Madrid.
Yeah, he was very good. I used to love
him. Yeah, he's very, you know, he's the kind of right back like Carvajal. You see what I'm saying? They're just like good at everything.
Yeah, steady.
You know, they'll get the thing. But listen, one thing I've realised, so even with this Ashley Cole thing, Ashley Cole is a very reliable defender. You know, very reliable left back. Yeah. But here's the thing. In football, we turn to, shine the light on players here who make one specific thing like their greatest skill. And Roberto Carlos, unfortunately for me, this is why he will tip over Ashley Cole. Because Roberto Carlos he was okay at defending. He wasn't great. He wasn't phenomenal. Solid. He'll do a job. But going forward and the amount of goals he could create and stuff and those things, that it's what will tilt him over Ashley. And it's good because when you took out the international exploits, that also made the conversation a bit easier for Ashley to come in. But when you're making a conversation, and you add the international thing,
there's no chance. And that's why I did that.
Ashley don't even get a mention. Nowhere near. Doesn't touch to him. But see, unfortunately for me, Roberto Carlos will still get ahead of Ashley. And it's very sad because then we're really saying the English EPL.
No, but the only reason why I brought Ashley Cole's name to it was because once I took away the international acclaims, and I looked at, the truth is going for
But
Roberto
he won
Carlos.
more league titles than Roberto Carlos did.
No, he did. Look, so here's the thing. I always have a difficulty with that.
I think what we need to define is as a left back, what do we look for? Because the truth of the matter is, back in the day, left back was about being 100% solid one-on-one. Like, you do not get beat, you stop crosses, and Ashley Cole was that guy for years. Like, bro, Ronaldo struggled against Ashley. All the wingers you could think of came up against Ashley Cole and struggled. Like, he never got heavily exposed by anyone. Until obviously later on when he got older. And I look at Roberto Carlos here, there's times where like, bro, you know what I'm saying, he got Jakes a bit. But then, your point you made was, what is that thing that tilts him over? And that was him going forward. It was dumb. Roberto Carlos going forward was just dumb. You can't even, couldn't stop him.
Like free kick, whipping a ball, creativity, and all those kinds of things.
And so, me bringing Ashley Cole's name to the table is not saying that I want to take Ashley Cole over Roberto Carlos. I'm just saying, if there was anyone I could bring from the Prem who could, put him up there and be like, yo, it's tight, it's teetering. It would be Ashley Cole for that left back position. Right back, like I mentioned, I don't think there's anyone that will come close to Dani Alves because people have said the greatest right back in the Premier League is Gary Neville. Yeah. I mean, no disrespect. That's like Umbro and Nike. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like there's it'd be disrespectful for me to even mention that right back.
Redefine that, and especially in that Barcelona setup.
100%. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I look at the two centre halves, Ramos and Puyol.
See, here's the thing.
And I could bring a couple names in there.
As a footballer, Ramos gets in there, but because I know you made this comment. Yeah. But as a raw defender, if it wasn't Alves that was playing out right, I'll shift Ramos there. Yeah. Because early on in his years he played it and then put. But listen, Puyol, great commander of any ship. And
Puyol can get you to
yeah.
run for a brick wall. You wouldn't even know why. Just know that Puyol said so.
The EPLs has some top defenders. If you're going toe to toe,
No,
Puyol will have to polish their shoes, man.
yeah,
Bro,
sorry.
like I'm talking John Terry.
Ferdinand.
I'm talking Rio.
Very good defenders. Even
Do you know what I'm
Tony.
Tony Adams.
Yeah, man. Vincent Kompany.
Yeah.
So and before you jump on to say another name, I don't know who you're gonna say.
Jamie Carragher.
I knew it. That's why I said don't.
Oh, what's your problem with these guys for pundits, bro?
Anyway. So that's what I was saying earlier. Up front midfield airtight, but at the back, apart from right back and left back, however you look at it, and the centre back position is a position where guys, I'd change those two around.
Yeah, I think
Like
that
you said,
and the
Ramos great
goalkeeper as well. I think the
footballer, but this
goalkeepers
team
you can even argue, but no, man. Casillas was a brilliant.
Yeah, I think if
individual,
we're talking goalkeepers,
Hard to me.
Casillas is
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
good.
you can't-
Casillas is very
I
good.
think mate, he was.
Although when you start comparing him to like Neuer, Oliver Kahn, and the thing with Casillas,
Schmeichel.
he was great for such a long, but he had quite a big dip. Like,
yeah, but
near
then
the end
remember
of it.
He was at 15 years
Yeah,
where he
that's
was
true, of course, yeah.
consistently top tiered, and I think
Yeah.
17, 15, 16, 17, 18, the last 3 years at Real, that plummet, mate. I don't know who was praying against him.
Can I make
A bold statement.
even to the borderline of
Fun.
scandalous? Yeah. Do you know who? Yeah, Casillas is. It's like in modern day football.
Who's that?
Hugo Lloris.
Cut the camera.
I just think.
What?
Bro, I know you don't respect Hugo Lloris. You know Casillas, yeah? His distribution was very poor.
Yeah, he
His
wasn't the best.
distribution was very poor. Similar to Hugo Lloris, like they're not the tallest of goalkeepers.
Presence, they don't have
very
the
good
presence,
shot stoppers and everything like that. Trust me. Try and study their game. Try and study Hugo Lloris.
That's why I love Neuer, just because he has that
Are you
presence and he
talking
feels
as in
like he's
play
unbeatable.
wise? Is that what you're
I think
talking
they're
about?
very similar players. Listen, of course, yeah.
Okay.
By profile and everything like that, yeah, Casillas is a better goalkeeper. Yeah, I'm saying as
You're saying
similarly, they're
similarity.
very
Okay.
similar.
Okay,
But yeah, if
because-
you go so like across time and
Yeah.
different leagues, Neuer's excellent. Oliver Kahn, brilliant. Buffon.
Yeah.
Buffon, whoa.
Listen, man, there's been some top players, but I think if you're talking about goalkeepers as well
In La Liga.
you don't look past Casillas.
you
What about Valdez though?
No chance.
I wouldn't.
Yeah?
No chance. Valdez was a calamity waiting to happen, bro.
Wait,
Valdez,
Valdez used to make
no
me
chance.
laugh so much.
No chance.
He had a couple solid years at Barca.
Valdez was basically, you know that Barcelona setup, yeah? He was the worst player that had to be loud for people to recognize he's still on the pitch.
I know what you mean.
Like, he just seemed like that to me. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe I didn't explain that well, but that's what it seemed like that to me. He never got exposed because Barcelona just dominated teams. They kept
Possession,
most of the
yeah.
ball and everything like that. And you know what, yeah? Look, it's difficult to put someone like Thierry Henry in there, yeah? But let's not get twisted. Thierry Henry was a baller.
Bro.
In his heyday, Thierry Henry was a baller.
Listen, when you
Like,
know we're
got
debating on a
toe-to-toe
group
with any
chat,
of those players, man.
When you know we're
Even
debating,
Eto'o as well, yeah? Better than Eto'o.
Yes, some people know.
argument I had with the-
Just
I
so
know,
people know, yeah. I know you know were even entertaining that conversation, yeah. That's why I even kept quiet.
listen, I was quiet as well.
That's why I even kept quiet.
I only mentioned Ashley Cole in that group chat. I just watched
got
you lot
any
fight,
sense, if you
That
got
was
any
me,
sense,
That was
when they say Thierry Henry,
bro. Fam, you know what debate? That debate. I was just watching my phone. I was just laughing.
Nah, but
'Cause
you
in
know
my
me,
head-
usually I don't
in
get
my
into
head,
that,
I
but
was-
that
yeah,
just-
you
that
know
just-
what? That's why they said anything. I wanted to see, bro. But someone just listen. This is a nice
This
change.
is the first time you've actually. Because in my head, when I was reading, in my head, you know what was going through my mind? I was just thinking of the black night gloves, the long
impact
sleeves.
he's had on football.
All I was thinking, these are the things I'm thinking, you know, the night gloves.
I was hearing
The long
some
sleeve.
stuff that I just thought was so silly. Like
Bro.
some of the things that our mates were coming up with in order to justify
I
why,
want to say our mates. Bro, I was reading from the chat.
why Eto'o was better.
Guys, you don't understand.
Even Eto'o himself will
Would-
look here and
yeah.
tell you, my friend.
Bro, you know what it was? I wasn't even thinking about football ability. When I was reading that, I was thinking the night gloves, the long sleeve, the long socks, the mercurial vapor.
And you know, yeah, we live in a world of
You need
football.
to think about.
The way people even modeled their own finishing after Thierry Henry.
Bro,
That open up your hips, open up
roll
your
in
hips,
the
and
corner.
listen.
I'm
And
not telling you what I think it is. Bro, don't get me
the variety in goals that he scores, his creativity. Listen, it's crazy,
Thierry Henry will pick up the ball on his own edge of his box and roll it over a man's leg, flick it over someone's head. He had big Jamie Carragher doing break dancing. If I could show you guys, I would. On the floor. John Terry would have sleepless nights over Thierry Henry. Bro! And you're telling me... Bro,
a lot of the time... I know one of these times we're going to have to attack this thing about, Henry can't be respected because he never scored in the final. That's some of the most asinine arguments and...
All that stuff comes from American sports.
Wait, sorry, Big Will. What did you just use?
Asinine, innit, or something?
Yeah. You thought I said Arsenal?
No, asinine. What a word. The cow. Wow, asinine. I'm going to Google that one. In my repertoire
I'm very worried. I don't know what asinine is.
Asinine.
Yeah, that whole...
But see, it's silly. It's the same thing like, if I don't know if I can call Lionel Messi a great if he doesn't win a tournament with Argentina, so he wins the Copa America.
And then that now makes him...
That now justifies him as a...
It's nonsense.
What Thierry Henry done in football?
Football is such a team game. You can't...
It is. So this is what I was going to say. Yeah. You know, you were saying Ashley Cole won a lot of trophies.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, the problem I have with that, when you're picking players here to go and take over other players, you can't really lead with that because they play within a team. You see what I'm saying?
That's why people make the argument for Sergio Ramos as well, because of the goals he scored and why he scored in the finals.
Yeah.
And so that means
listen, he's a player that he's got character.
Of course,
as a footballer, he's a very good footballer. One of the finest defenders, that's played the game. I mean, footballers anyway. So I see why you put him there. But if you're talking about a defender, someone that I can rely on to consistently defend for me and everything like that, I'm not sure that I will. But for someone to nick me a header here and there when I need him to, he's brilliant. Ramos is to be fair, I wouldn't even argue with the Ramos thing because I'm a big fan of his,
Yeah, same.
So
however, I think I'd put in either Rio or Terry over him in that Liga.
No, I think I take out Puyol. So I think overall, we can agree that Puyol, I'm fine to take out Puyol for
same.
JT. I'll even argue Vidic. You guys know where I'm at with that.
Yeah.
I think those players that have retired, I'm ready to do that. Even Company. Company's a top baller.
Yeah, of course.
Company's a top defender. And on the bench, players like Riquelme, easily replaced by Henry. But see, here's the thing, because I think even in the discussion as well, it was mentioned, Henry played in the La Liga and they still compare him in there. Henry was there for 2-3 years.
And the back half of his career, man.
It's so silly.
when I was reading that, my head was just... I was like...
It's quite silly. Listen,
I literally said to myself, I said, hold on a second.
If you want me to respect your football opinion, like I don't even think in world football, no one will take you seriously if you say Henry is this. I mean, Henry isn't at the standard. No one takes you serious.
No one takes you serious.
Even the greatest players of all time themselves will put
no
Henry
one
in
takes
there.
you serious. That's not even something that you want to get yourself in, because then the conversation dumbs down.
Yeah.
Like,
Henry,
how can Thierry not get mentioned?
Henry, bro, do you know what? And I know someone mentioned in the chat, when he went to the Champions League final, he missed a one-on-one. That Champions League final, he was the best player on that pitch.
You know how silly that is, yeah? Of course, yeah, against Real Madrid leading to that Champions League final, did he not rinse up all these Ramoses and them?
He left.
But apparently that doesn't
we're
count.
not bouncing off him.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You can't make those arguments because it's silly, bro. It's silly because
in those games,
by the same logic, the fact that in World Cup 2010, I believe when Germany won, was it 2010?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, when Götze scored a winning goal. Yeah. That means that you can make an argument that he's one of the best to play the game. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Or like I say, that Chelsea guy, Kai Havertz scoring the Champions League final means he was the best player or whatever argument. It's silly because you cannot discredit, leading up to that. A lot of these players that we've revered them lot, their goals, they go in group stages, but someone have their argument. Who cares about group stages?
But you need to get through the group stages to get to the final. It just
it's a process.
It's silly.
It's not arguments that you can really... you want to engage yourself in. It doesn't. Or you go in circles. You always have to create your own sort of like
metrics.
Exactly. To but then when you move to somewhere else, you don't use it. It's similar to when you mention about, I think, Ramos, and someone goes, but we're not talking about Ramos.
Yeah.
But you use the same argument,
because you're saying, Ramos is better than all the other aspects of, but then...
Yeah, but when you say Chinese, we're not talking about
that. Fickle arguments, bro.
Shout out Mandem.
Shout out, honestly.
Our mates.
But bro, it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
So to conclude, then.
Look, I think here it's very difficult when it comes to these EPL players breaking into these La Liga players or these European players, because historically they're the ones that we've given all the awards to. You only look at Ballon d'Or distributed, and it's always gone to them. They have exotic names, like, are you gonna pick a cow or an actual lion? And that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got exotic names. Yeah. You got what is it? You've got, I'm trying to think. A Steven. Are you gonna pick a Steven
Frank
or a Xavi? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or Zinedine, Zidane.
No, it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, exactly. They got like what is it called? Like I was saying, exotic ring to their name and stuff. My brother makes a big argument. Yeah, he goes, look, Zidane is a great player. Yeah, you know what he could do with a ball and everything like that. Yeah, but his numbers don't even match up to, let's say, Mesut Ozil's when it comes to creativity.
No,
bro, Mesut Ozil.
But even Jude Bellingham was saying the other day, it's like we've become so obsessed with stats, we don't just sit back and just watch the beauty of just football of someone like Zidane.
Exactly. Yeah. See, and here's the thing. See, these kinds of players, they don't have stats that back up their play and everything like that. Yeah, but the mere fact is when you watch,
he's very good. Art personified. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly. But I think a lot of the time in football we get distracted by that, because in any performing arts, your product, what you produce, is very important. It's very important.
I think what you're saying is what a lot of people struggle with, for example, with Ozil, right? Because you'd watch Ozil and on the eye, it's art personified. You look at the numbers are matching.
But I feel like at the highest level,
as in terms of goals and assists, towards the end of the Arsenal, the debate was, but a lot of people were like, he's past it, because his numbers.
But with me, someone like him, it was more of like his body language on the pitch. He didn't seem like when things get really tough in the trenches, like he's gonna pull his socks up, roll up his sleeves, and let's fight. He didn't seem like that player.
That's not your personality.
It's not, and you won't fit in a lot of teams. But you can't deny Mesut Ozil's ability to create, to see. In modern time, I don't even know as many players that had vision in the way he could look somewhere and play the ball elsewhere.
I'll probably say about two players.
He was phenomenal, man.
And I'm even struggling to think of the two.
Yeah. He was very good. Him and Guti are these kinds of players. They're very similar in the way they are. Yeah, they're not, attacking players that get into the fight and everything like that. But give them the ball, they'll find you.
I think even though obviously Zidane doesn't have the stats, I think in the biggest moments, Champions League final.
Oh yeah, he's brilliant. Final, he's brilliant.
Listen,
the thing is just
Zidane is brilliant.
There's a thing that they call mustard. Zidane was mustard on the big stage.
The drag backs they used to do.
You know it's coming, but you're still going into tomorrow.
and he wasn't like a fast player.
Nah,
he didn't need pace.
You know what I'm saying? He's like that Iniesta kind of players.
It was all up here.
He doesn't have that. They don't have, but you can't get the ball off them like these Santi Cazorlas and stuff. But big mention, a lot of people don't know this guy. You know Michael Laudrup?
Michael Laudrup was serious.
What a player.
The moment, Iniesta speaks about Michael Laudrup, you know me, innit?
One of the most flamboyant Germans.
No, he's
Danish. One of the most flamboyant Danish players.
Yeah.
No, he's Laudrup is one of the most hidden secrets of football. But see, do you know why though? Because his numbers, doesn't put him in the history books. So it's very important. It's very important. Like you look at Ronaldo and these lot now, you see that they've won 5 and 7 Ballon d'Ors or whatnot. You go, because let's say in 100 years' time, whatnot, like we look back on Pele, not like Pele and them like 100 years ago.
But
their numbers make you understand that, listen, they were at the top of their professions at that time.
Yeah.
Fact. You see what I'm saying?
And people always looked at that.
You look at Ronaldo now, even for the last 5 years or so, Ronaldo, what's he been doing? Just banging in goals.
That's all he's been doing.
In the 6-yard box, in the 18-yard box, he's banging in goals.
Outside the box too.
He scores outside the box, but you know what I'm trying to say, innit? Majority of his goals, where it's coming from. And the consistency he's doing that, he's continually doing it, It's what we love so much about him, that he's consistently doing it at
clutch
the highest
guy,
levels.
man.
You see what I'm saying? And so he would always be remembered, let alone his 5 Ballon d'Ors.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you get someone like Zidane that won it, numbers weren't like off the roof, but you can tell because of his footballing brilliance. Even Johan Cruyff, his footballing brilliance. So, you can sort of like still make peace with that. But I think... look, there's a reason why we tilted towards numbers, because clearly it's a very important thing. The sports scientists and them lot, they've become such a big part. Like a lot of managers here are buying players based off how many times he's able to break play here in this position and that and this and that. Because if you have players that can do that, that's reliability that they're going to do 100%. Because the statistics show that. You talk about the book you bought me, one of my best presents. Moneyball.
Yeah, it's all about statistics, isn't it? Yeah,
literally.
Yeah,
and that's what. But then also, I think it's always been a thing that's been very prevalent in football, especially in the attacking areas. For a striker, you're based off your numbers.
Of course, yeah.
Do you see what I mean? I think now it's just transcended further down the pitch. Do you get it? Because, of course, a number 9, you want a number 9 who's going to bang you goals. You didn't really look at, how many times he holds up the ball. Because that's irrelevant if he's scoring you a hat-trick or 2 goals every game. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I think for strikers, that's always been the benchmark.
Yeah, your numbers.
Have to score what goals. Are your numbers saying? What are your numbers saying? And of course, for wingers, how many crosses can you get in a box? That was wingers back in the day. I remember when I was young and, going to watch games and, some managers have some of the youth in the stand, count how many passes centre mid was making. Yeah, that's how you'd learn.
Oh, that goes back there.
Yeah, you'd count how many passes centre mid has made, how many, or you count how many crosses the wingers put in. So you're looking at someone in your position. And now, that was it. Now stats are even deeper.
Yeah.
No,
it's sort of expected goals per. So
it's become a huge part of football. You can't look past it.
But I mean, the argument to the side that sometimes it can be misleading and everything like that. That's still a point well made.
Yeah.
But on the bounce of probability, if someone's got good numbers, they're usually doing very good, productive things on the football pitch as well. They're usually doing very productive things as well. Like, you won't find anyone in modern football hitting... Like, I know, you look at Ronaldo, Messi, even Mbappe and Kylian, Mbappe and Haaland, and even Lewandowski. The numbers that they're pulling, make you think, are they good or they're just scoring goals? But these players are very good, right? But then you got someone like Immobile pulling numbers. But he's not the finest footballer out there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not the finest footballer out there. But let me tell you something, Lazio keeps being where they are because he's always there in the box to put their chances away.
Yeah.
Simple.
It's like Inzaghi.
Inzaghi, exactly.
Yeah. Bro.
What could Inzaghi do with his Diadora boots? And
hey. This guy. He's gonna get us some ultra fans in our messages.
Listen, my brother will be the number 1. That's his favourite player, you know that? When he was growing up. The way you were hooked on PES, him on FIFA, Inzaghi was his number 1 go-to player. Because he just used to be ruthless. He's
anywhere, boosh.
He's ruthless. But so what? We're concluding maybe company Terry gets into that.
Yeah.
The Rio, into that out of 2.
Yeah, I mean, we can mention at least 5 that get ahead of. If you're talking about defending,
Puyol and Ramos,
But I think
the rest.
we can also settle that the rest, maybe the talent is a bit peak.
Yeah.
Talent, exotic names, whatever you want to call it.
Je ne sais quoi.
But I mean, on the bench, it's silly. Raul's got to be there.
100%.
Henry's got to be there.
Raul's got to be there.
Yeah.
Like Henry.
I thought David Villa, what he did.
Bro,
Valencia,
I was so shocked he didn't even get mentioned.
Zaragoza,
Yeah. That's crazy.
So.
Some would even argue Fernando Torres.
What's on the bench anyway? What's on the bench? Let me see.
Radamel Falcao. You can throw these names in there and strong argument for them,
R9, Iniesta, Maradona. Maradona can't be in there.
Bro, forget him.
Maradona can't be in there. We're talking about 10 years, Maradona was at...
2 years or something like that.
If that.
I remember
I think it was 18 months.
Even 6 months or so.
I think it was even
that's
18
silly.
months.
Yeah. That's very silly.
So I told you sentiments.
Modric,
that's very silly.
100% Modric should be on
Cruz
that bench.
should be in there. Tony Cruz.
Yeah. Tony's done good for Real Madrid as well,
for so long as well, yeah.
But see, Modric's one of those players. Very good. He does.
Don't forget,
he won Ballon d'Or.
But he doesn't have stats to back it up.
Interesting, but he won Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, that one.
Anyway, we'll leave that where it is.
You know what? I wanted to ask you guys something.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about this. So you've got Ronaldo, in La Liga's all-time 11, whatnot, If you're creating an EPL all-time 11,
he's there.
And I suppose we're gonna go that to next, hopefully,
He's there.
You think you put
Ronaldo.
You put CR7 in all-time EPL?
Yep. 100%.
Let's
get
transition.
we can debate this another time.
And make sure you listen to that episode, which is going to be our next episode.
Quick maths.
Hopefully, when we release it, this is before that one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people thinking, wait, I'm
what's going
going
on?
backwards.
Oh yeah.
So if you agree or disagree with which Premier League greats we'll put in that greatest La Liga 11, please get in touch. Until then, take care.
Three wise men will listen to. There's only three wise men will listen to. It's the